Hello, and welcome to Spirit Touched. We're going to be talking about speech 101. Proverbs 10:18b tells us only a fool spreads slander, which is really nothing more than malicious gossip. Verse 19b and 21 tell us there are times when it's wise to keep quiet because God calls a tongue with righteous speech silver. He also tells us righteous lips nourish many, but fools die for lack of judgment. In chapter 13, 16a says a fool exposes his folly. Then check out verse 17. Then chapter 14, 17 tells us a quick-tempered person does foolish things. He also says them. Chapter 17, 24a, a discerning person knows wisdom when they hear it. Chapter 18, 2b, a fool likes hearing his own opinions, i.e., they like hearing themselves talk because they think they know everything. Chapter 19, 1b, a foolish person's speech is perverse. Chapter 20, verse 3b, a foolish person is quick to argue. Whoa, good advice in chapter 26, verse 4. Oh my, check out chapter 28, verse 26. Now, lock eyes with chapter 30, verse 32 and 33, and then skip to the New Testament to 1 Corinthians 1:20. God has made the wisdom of this world and the foolish of this world foolishness. But verse 27 says he uses foolish things to shame the wise. Ephesians 5:4, God doesn't want us to use foolish talk or speak, obscenity and impurity. 1 Peter 2:15 tells us to silence foolish, ignorant talk by doing good. Verse 16 tells us not to use our freedom to cover up evil. Once good or bad speech is out of our mouth, we can't shove it back in. What we can do is apologize. It's a good idea to be careful what you say because you may have to eat your words, and sometimes they do come back to haunt you. Remember, kind words leave nice echoes. Speaking softly causes more people to listen than loud ones do. No matter how you feel about a person, always try to speak politely to them. Don't go jumping to your own defense when you are falsely accused. Or insulted. Is that easy? No, but it's the correct thing to do. Remember Hebrews 10:30, and let God take vengeance for you. It's a part of his job, and he does it very well. When it comes to the business world, word of mouth can help you or hurt you depending on what your customers say about you and how you run your business. Is your product worth the price you charge? Is your food good and reasonably priced? Is your product safe, especially when it comes to airplanes and other vehicles? Do you cut corners when building, making them unsafe? If your job is done at or in the home, do you show up on time and do the job correctly in a timely manner? People will say if they had a good experience working with you or if they didn't. If they like the job, you may get repeat business from them and they will recommend you to others. We are told to encourage each other in times of sorrow or hardship. We are to build confidence in a person, not tear them down. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is keep your mouth shut, especially when you don't really know what you're talking about, because you can learn a lot more by listening than by talking. Yet there are those who just don't who understand what you are and whether your 2 cents worth is worth listening to or not. The most important times to keep quiet are when we are angry, so we don't end up saying things we will regret later. There are times when loose lips really do sink ships. You shouldn't say things you don't really mean, especially when they are hurtful to the person you're talking to. God says what he means, and he means what he says. It should be the same with his children. As Christians, we need to walk our talk or what we're saying. You better put your money where your mouth is, or keep quiet. The old saying is true. You better put your money where your mouth is, or keep quiet is true. Don't be one of those people that do not understand. If you don't have anything worth saying, then don't say it. However, when you do have something worth saying, don't be afraid to jump right in and spit it out, because someone may need to hear it. That they might be on the edge of accepting Jesus, and your words might bring them to acceptance, or they might be contemplating suicide and your words could stop them. They could have a hard decision to make and your words could help them make the right one. That might quit. They might quit hurting inside, and they might be hurting inside and need your kind words or words of comfort. Those may be the times when a hug or a smile say more than your words ever could. Those are the times when silence really is golden, because it says, I'm here for you if you need me. There used to be a TV ad that said, when you've said Budweiser, you've said it all. The truth is, too much beer messes up your mind and your tongue. The much wiser statement is, when you've said Jesus, you've said it all. Lastly, if you don't have anything good to say about a person, don't say it.